I'm about to tell you something that you've never even heard about in Bitcoin. Something that's so powerful that it also has the keys to the future of the next major move for Bitcoin. Why isn't anybody talking about it? I'm gonna bring it to you today. You've heard of the death cross on the 1 day. You may have heard about it on the 2 day, and if you follow our channel, you've definitely heard about the 3 day death cross. We covered it in 2018 when nobody thought it would cause a mega crash, but us, it caused a mega crash. In 2022, we just had one. But what you haven't heard about is the 4 day death cross, which has even new secrets that are unclear right now to the naked eye. But when you dig deep into the 4 day death cross, wow, it tells you the next major move. It tells you some secrets about when the bottom will happen, and it will give you the keys that you've been looking for and the clarity that you've been looking for. Today, Bitcoin is gearing up for a 4 day death cross, which is very, very rare. But this is a mega death cross, which has more power than any of the other ones. And I'm going to tell you what you need to know today in this video. If you're new here, my name is Steve. Started in the stock market a little over 20 years ago and got destroyed. I made every mistake in the book, and now it's my mission to help you not make those mistakes. I'm here sharing my knowledge. We've been covering crypto on this channel since 2017, and what our main focus is to help you use your crypto to gain financial freedom. Hit that subscribe button right now. Bitcoin 4 day mega death cross has never been discussed on this channel, and it's highly probable it's never been discussed on any channel. What I have here is our custom indicator, which projects when this mega death cross will happen. It's not for a little while, but you have to see the power of what is playing out right before our eyes. For example, we just breached this red line. You can see that we've got just a couple candles here right before. You can see that when we breached this red line before, it was in the lead up to the death cross. One of the cool things about this death cross on the 4 day is right away when you look, we had one in 2019 and we had one in 2015, precisely 4 years apart. Now, when you dig deeper, here's where it gets interesting. You see, when we had the mega death cross in 2015, it was here on this date. The key is, if you look left, we already bottomed. So this 4 day death cross in 2015 told us, hey, we just had it, but the bottom was already in. Now, take a look at 2019. When we had one here, the bottom was already in. This is the key, because you want to know when is the bottom. What price is the bottom going to be at? This 4 day death cross could tell us precisely that. Now, when we dig into where we are now and when this death cross is going to happen, it's scheduled to happen in August. Now, these are moving averages. So moving averages are based on price action. These moving averages will move. If price goes down, this death cross will be scheduled to happen a little sooner. If price goes up, this death cross will be scheduled to happen a little bit later. Right now, it's scheduled to happen in August. As we stand now, this will tell us one thing. This tells us that potentially by August, Bitcoin will have bottomed. But when we dig a little bit deeper, we can get more precise with where that number is, where that date is that we could potentially bottom. Because if we dig into the facts, there's a couple keys that are unwinding here. Precisely, there's a number of days right before our death cross where we bottomed. And if you look at 2015, it's a similar number of days of when we had the death cross prior to bottoming. Now, that's what I'm going to dig into next. And also in today's video, I want to share with you what my honest take is. Because if we use these lines as support and resistance, it tells us another whole set of keys that people are not seeing because they simply don't look at the 4 day death cross. And again, this is our custom indicator, so they probably don't have it unless they're a student. So what we're going to unveil is something that is first on our channel, but it's going to have a ton of value. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We cover the biggest moves in crypto. Our channel right here started preparing everybody for a mega crash when we were back here at 48K. And we started preparing a few months even before that with the 3 day death cross. So we've been preparing our community for about 4 months now for a mega crash, and we're in the midst of it now. We did the same thing if you followed our channel back in 2018. Now, here's what I want to say. This is where it gets interesting. Look at 2018. We held this green line as resistance here, 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 and then plummeted. You can see in 2022, you could see once we finally broke it here, we're holding it as resistance. This is back when we were at that 48K. We plummeted through this red line from that final resistance, just like we've done here. And 2015 was no different. You can see that we started holding as resistance, 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 and this was our final resistance in November, and it pushed us all the way down through this red line. So that's the fractal pattern that we're in today. But take a look at this. In 2019, we had our 4-day death cross precisely here on this candle. We want to take a measured move to understand how many days before did we bottom, and we'll see if there's any similarities between this and 2015. So 40 something days, 49 days, meaning we had a 4-day death cross here 49 days before we bottomed. Let's take a look at 2015. 2015, we had our death cross precisely here in this candle. We want to see how many days before did we actually bottom. Was it 40 something? Let's see. It was precisely 40. So we can say that 2 times in history that we had this 4-day death cross where it's scheduled to happen, potentially 40 days before is when the market bottomed. Now we can start backing this thing out to try to get a little better understanding. And let's see where it brings us, right? Because we're scheduled to have it right now in August. Now, we're going to give this assessment, and then I'm going to give you my honest opinion with what I think is going to happen in this market. Before we do that, I just want to say, this is a time to learn. You've lost some money. You want to recover that money. Education is your key for your future. I've taken my 20 plus years of experience, condensed it down into powerful, simple courses that are changing lives around the world, and you're going to be next. And right now during this bear market, we have a massive sale, especially when you use crypto. So go sign up right now, get your education. We have courses and trade alerts. The all-in-one is the most popular. You're going to go to cryptocrewuniversity.com, sign up to all-in-one here. We also have payment plans. So sign up here, look at the discount with crypto. It's absurd. You get trade alerts right to your phone, right to your email, and courses. This will change everything around for you so you can set yourself up and your family up for your future to gain your financial freedom. Any questions, you can contact me right here. Now, here's what we'll talk about next. 40 something days before this level. So it says August 5th, right? What's about 40 days before that? What are we looking like? What's a potential area to look at? June, the end of June. And again, this is not us saying, hey, this is going to happen exactly like this. This is us taking the facts and the charts. And the facts are the facts. We've had this 4-day death cross twice, and roughly 40 days before that, we bottomed. So take a look. The end of June, nobody knows what's entailed for the end of June, but potentially that's when our market will bottom. But here's another thing to look at. Take a look at these support and resistance lines, because once we get above and we hold this green line as support, that's when the bull market starts. And we can go back to 2015. Once we started holding this green line as support, that's when the bull run starts. So this is key, this 4-day death cross, which, by the way, if you sign up to the program, which you're going to go sign up, you're going to get this indicator completely free. We've got a lot of bells and whistles for free that you'll get as soon as you'll sign up, and this is one of them. So you can put this on your chart and you'll be able to project any of your favorite altcoins when these crosses will happen. But now, what I want you to pay attention to going forward is this red line. Make no mistake, this is our resistance. We've only fallen below this red line a few times. We fell below in 2019, we fell below in 2020, and we also fell below here in 2015. Doesn't happen often, but when it does, it also represents some of the best buying opportunities of your life. This is a buyer's market. This is not a seller's market. The herd is selling. You do not want to do what the herd is doing. They trade based on emotion. They trade on guessing. They trade on hoping. They trade on a gut feeling. We here at Crypto Career University trade with a specific strategy. We're very disciplined traders, and we win far more than the herd because they have no idea what they're doing. Right now, the herd is selling. So what should we be doing? We should be buying. This is not financial advice, but I want to tell you what you need to hear, not what I'm supposed to tell you. So this is a buyer's market. You can see we're below this red line. Doesn't happen often. We got below momentarily here, momentarily here. It was really quick. We got below a little bit for a few months here, and we got below in 2015. Not often we're below this one. So we really got to wake up and smell what's right in front of us. But again, I wanted to share this with you. I thought it was a fascinating chart. Now I want to share with what I think is going to happen. My honest take on this market is we still have more downside coming. All right. We may have a little rally to get some people excited before our next leg down, but our next leg down is coming. It's going to be fairly heavy. It's going to take people by surprise, and Bitcoin likes to surprise everybody. So it's probably going to get people a little bit excited with a nice little rally before we plummet further in prices. But when that happens, it's literally going to be the best time of your life. It's going to be the most blood in the street. It's going to be the most stressful time of your entire time in crypto, but it'll be the best time to scoop up some stuff that's on sale. Everything will be on clearance. But don't sit on your hands. The biggest mistake that usually happens when we capitulate is people are waiting for a specific number, and they're sitting on their hands waiting for that number that, guess what, never comes. It never comes. The number that you're waiting never comes, because that's not a strategy. You need to get the courses and get a strategy so you can be prepared to take care of your family for the future. Now, I'll leave you on this note. When the market capitulates, it's going to be stressful. I'm going to be right here by your side. Everything's going to be just fine. This is just a market cycle. Bitcoin is not dying. Altcoins are not dying. The main altcoins more than likely won't die. Bitcoin has a higher probability of surviving. But again, the market, this is just a market cycle. We'll be just fine. I'll be here every step of the way, and I'll see you right back here on the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. There's only one question left: when to sell your cryptocurrency. Click right here, right now, to find the 3 simple steps.